Well, good evening. I'm glad you guys made it out here on a Tuesday night to your small group. I'm glad you guys chose to set some time aside from this week and be able to come on out to laugh, to have fun, but also to open up God's Word and to pray for one another. I cannot express enough how important these nights are. And I hope that you guys are really getting all that you can out of it. I want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to have a good time. But don't miss the opportunity to dive deep into God's Word and to help each other through the craziness that is high school. So before we dive into this last week's message, I just want one quick announcement, a reminder. Next Tuesday, we're not going to be in small groups. Next Tuesday, we have a T&L. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready for it. It's going to be a Valentine's Day themed T&L. We're going to have a lot of cool Valentine's Day themed stuff for you guys. But also, Beth is coming back. Beth is going to be teaching this one. She's actually crafted this whole series. And she's just an amazing teacher. I'm excited because I don't know how it is for you guys, but I think I get bored with just me speaking over and over and over again. So I'm excited that Beth is coming in with a fresh new perspective and she is ready to go. Your leaders might have already told you about that, but I just want to remind you again, make sure you guys make it a priority. Call up everyone else in your small group. Text them this week. Say, hey, don't forget, Tuesday, be there. We're going to have a great time. All right? As we look back at this last weekend, preparing for tonight in our small group, what you guys are going to be doing in the next few minutes, I wanted to just briefly discuss what we talked about. We opened up to Mark chapter 2, looking at one story in particular about the healing of a crippled man. And it wasn't just a healing where Jesus kind of walked up or strolled up to him and healed him on the side of the road. This one sticks out in particular because the man had to be carried to Jesus, and the man's friends had to go through a great amount of effort to make sure that Jesus could see him. Remember the scene that is captured there in the story where his friends literally hopped up on the roof and dug a hole through the roof, exposing it the sky so they could lower their friend down so Jesus could see him. A really cool scene, actually a really cool image of what friends can do for each other. A really cool image of how other people can be a miracle for someone else. I challenge you at the last point in my sermon this weekend that don't just ask for miracles. Now, it is important that we ask for them. We should be praying for God to move. We should be praying for God to move in our hearts, move in other people's lives. We should be praying for our friends who don't know Jesus, that they would come to know Jesus. We should be praying for our friends who are sick and who are in need of healing. But we have a bigger part than just that. It is our job to pray, but it is also our job to go do something. So I challenge you, don't just ask for miracles, but be a miracle or be the miracle for someone else. And so this week, we're going to actually challenge you to do that. I want you to go through your intersect tonight and talk about the weekend's message, talk about maybe some of you who have experienced miracles in your own life or in the lives of those around you. Let's discuss that. Let's open up to some of those Bible passages that I have there for you and look at other miracles that Jesus did during his life. See if there's any truths in those for us to learn and grow from. But in the last section of your intersect, it's called Making It Real. And I did something a little bit different this week, and I want you to spend the bulk of your time on that. The bulk of your time looking at that last question. In that last question, there's 3 parts to it. There's a discuss, a decide, and then a do. I want you guys tonight to discuss in your groups how you personally can be the miracle for someone else. Maybe right now, as I'm telling you that, you're like, what, Tim? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea how I could possibly do that. Well, that's okay, because you have a whole room full of people right now sitting around you that can help you. I want this to be like a brainstorming session. I want you all to sit around together and brainstorm what things you can actually do. You, right now, not 2 weeks from now, not 2 years from now, not 20 years from now, but you, with the resources, with the time, and with the circle of influence that you have currently in your life, how can you be a miracle? Who in your life is in desperate need of help? Who in your life needs to be cheered up or just needs to be loved on? What can you do? So let's make this a cool brainstorming session where we're all just throwing out ideas, suggesting different things. And after that, after some time of that, let's slow down and let's make some decisions. Let's make some commitments to our God, to Jesus himself, but also to each other, saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is the one thing I'm going to do this week, all right? And it doesn't have to be this big, grand plan. It doesn't have to be this huge thing. Oftentimes, it's the little things that are miracles in someone's life. It is just you giving what you have giving of what you have to help someone else out that means the most sometimes. So make a decision on that. And then finally, I want you guys to actually go out and do it. All too often, we go into small groups and we talk and we talk and we talk and we talk, and then we just go home and nothing ever changes. And so every single Tuesday night we talk, and it just seems like this routine that we get into. I don't want that to happen this week. I want a decision to be made, and I want an action to follow that decision. So let's go out and do it. Let's go out and do it, and let's encourage each other throughout the week. You should have every single person in your group's cell phone number. You should be able to text them at any moment when you're having a time of weakness or when you're having a time of just need. These are your support people. These are the people that should come alongside of you and help you in that. So this week, text them up saying, hey, you know what? I'm a little nervous. I don't want to do this. Can you pray for me? Text them up saying, hey, I did it. It went really, really well. It was amazing. God showed up. It was this huge moment. I think the clouds parted and the sun, shined through. And it's just like this amazing thing. That'd be awesome. Or text them up and say, hey, you know what? I tried it. It was awful. It was horrible. But hey, at least I tried it. So this week, as we discuss miracles in our own life and in the lives of others around us, let's discuss what can we do to be a miracle. Let's decide on what we are actually going to do, and then let's go out and do it. I know you guys can do this. I'm excited to hear all the different stories of how this works out and plays out through the rest of this week. And so I encourage you, maybe text me. Let me know what you guys are doing. I would love to hear too. I might not be sitting with you in your group right now, but I want you guys to know I love you. I care about you. I'm excited to see what God's going to do in you and through you this week. All right, see you this weekend. I'm excited for T&L next Tuesday. Love you guys.